Hey guys! Okay, so I had totally recorded a new video pertaining to parenting and recovery, and it totally got erased. I'm doing this off my phone, which anyone that knows anything about this knows I'm not going to have enough storage to really successfully record much of anything. So it's going to be brief little tidbits, I suppose, in a saga of what parenting and recovery is truly like. For starters, you have got to have a solid ground in recovery before you can even begin to get into the parenting and recovery part, which means you have to do a lot of work internally on yourself, the steps, the 12 steps of the program, and really discover how you function, how you work, what makes you tick, what makes you behave in certain ways. Once you have a solid foundation as far as your recovery goes, you can then intertwine it into parenting. Because, without recovery, I don't have a life, period. My job's not there, my parenting's not there, my friends aren't there, my house isn't there. So without recovery, I have nothing. That is the most important thing I can stress. So, in looking at parenting and recovery, you kind of want to look at what your parenting style is and identify what your parenting style is and what you really think parenting is. There's some people who have an idea that your job is to mold this person into a certain type of individual, which is, if that is how you do it and it works for you, I guess go for it. But for me, I don't believe that. I believe that we all have our own souls, identities, beliefs. Even our children, as little as, a year, they all have little personalities as soon as they're born. So my job as a parent is to guide and direct this child who having addicts as parents. Luckily, I'm in recovery because that's frightening to think about the possibility of my child being a future addict. So I can kind of curve behaviors I see in them, again, with the principles that coincide with the steps of the program, to kind of help my parenting structure to guide them through life, if that makes sense. So, again, solid foundation in recovery. We'll talk more on that later. This is such a vast, broad spectrum to be going over that, you're going to bounce back from so many different things. They're separate, but they're an entity of their own, if that makes sense. So you've got to keep them separate, yet mold them together at the same time. And we will talk more on that. Again, identify what your parenting structure is, what your idea of parenting is. And also identify, your morals, your beliefs. This, again, goes back to step work. You will figure this all out while you work the steps, and I'll talk more on that, I guess, in an in-depth version of it. This is like episode 1 of many that we will cover. But again, so first let's identify what our parenting structures are, what our beliefs are, what our goals are. And remember, everything, you have to do it with love. Everything with love. And sometimes, your day is just fucking doing the deal. Waking up, breathing, putting one foot in front of the other, and just not being in your head as much as possible. That's basically it. You just have to do it. Just fucking do it. Period. And some people are like, but I can't, it's hard. And I'm like, my cat's trying to get out. But, just, you do it. You wake up, you get dressed, you act in love, you love your children, you feed your children, you clothe your children, you clothe yourself, you work, you go home, you go to bed, and you wake up and you're refreshed the next day. You just don't get high. And that is the bottom line. Don't get high. Anywho, we'll talk more about all of this. This is just a starter thing. But parenting and recovery. So please subscribe. Give me your ideas, and I would love to hear your parenting structure, your coping skills, techniques you do, how you work the steps into parenting and living. Let's talk about, that's even a bigger thing, recovery in life. because it's restoring, it's a fresh start. So I'm excited to do this. I love you guys much. I'm sorry I'm kind of rambling, but I'm gonna take a break and we will start more, I guess, and just let's go through the steps together and how we incorporate that into our parenting structures. I love you guys. I'm excited to do this, and I hope you all have an amazing day.